Strange institution called marriage. Really, I was once wise. Wisdom flew out the window when I started listening. So wisdom is not listening? No. But in my case, that's the conclusion. It was really simple. No time for men. Use men since they made themselves available. Don't marry men, man. Live peacefully, freely, above all, happily. Think about it. Okay, back to how I got from being wise to my current situation. Damn, those hormones kicked in. We wanted a baby. Society, religion, and God wanted it too, but as marriage. Society, why aren't you married? There must be something wrong with you. She's wayward. A nice way of saying she sleeps around habitually with anything. Senior babe, old elderly, usually wealthy single lady. Too choosy. With the creeps running around, why shouldn't she be? To be truthfully fulfilled, you must be married, get a job, have respect, and the boring list goes on and on. Religion. You must be married to have a child. Hell awaits you if you decide to go at variance with what the holy ones have said. God, this is a dicey one. He has been made to look like an ogre on one hand, on the other hand a loving father. Hence the dilemma. If he's an ogre, then shit. All the unwed mothers are in for it. Remember the case of illegitimacy. There is no man involved. Yep, there isn't. You do know the word bastard refers to a person without a father. So simply, there was no participation by a man. Going forward, if he's a loving father, then surely he most likely had higher ideals for his girl, but also understands the decisions, right or wrong, his little girl might take. At least she has one man she can count on. Now, all the above groups and their expectations have not been listened to. I just don't understand the concept of two complete strangers who met on the streets, had a chemical reaction in some cases, put their best pretentious foot forward and decided to get married for a variety of reasons. Now, this is where it gets weirder. There's a new sheriff in town with a pretty prisoner. New rules, new regulations, new ideals, new behavior, new tastes, ego, etc. And you're wondering what the... Suddenly you are losing, if not losing your identity. With the kids around, you are forbidden from being selfish. Aerosmith couldn't have said it better in their song Crying. I was crying when I met you. Now I'm dying just to let you. Your love is sweet, misery. There have been arguments in favor of marriage ranging from procreation to companionship, especially during the dusk of life. However, I often wonder if the rosy picture painted about marriage before you marry or consider the idea of marriage is fair, only to be slapped with the reality by these same painters when it's virtually too late to go back on the decision. It is at this point your mom or aunt soberly or gleefully tell you how the journey had been with your father or uncles. I wonder what the fathers and uncles tell their sons. Going back to procreation all the way to companionship. Can these be achieved without being married? There's also that rosy notion of happiness, societal acceptance, change of status, and attitude because you walked down the aisle, took some vows that need rewarding, and had manacles in form of a ring placed on your finger. That serves for nothing when you get down to it. When a woman is being emotionally, psychologically, and physically battered, it is her fault. She becomes the butt of jokes and the gossip mill. She stays because of the shame and stigma that will accompany her as a once married woman. She stays because of her children. A woman who leaves her children behind is not fit to live. How dare she? The virtues of patience, and more patience are so heavily touted that it ends up taking a different meaning. Be silent. Loneliness. Are nuns and monks lonely? Note, they are single for life. Don't think so. Busy trying to run the world. Busy trying to keep the world running for God, I imagine. Such laudable work will keep you warm, given the state of the world as it is today. This is a general overview. I'll be bitching about the various aspects of marriage as we go on to buttress my point. This is my take. No marriage. Cultivate meaningful relationships with the opposite sex. You determine the shots, albeit responsibly. Then if the hormones do kick in, make an informed decision. Have the kids. If it works out between the two of you, hooray! If it doesn't, no skin off your back. Next. Others have come and gone, and they're still waxing strong. Susan Sarandon, Tim Robbins, Goldie Hawn, and Kurt Russell believe that if they ever got married, they won't make it. And guess what? They are still together. I'm up for listening and have questions. Why must we get married? Is marriage for everyone? And if it is not, why do we get so heckled that we give in and do the unforgivable? Get married. That was the article I wrote 11 years ago. Yeah, let's ponder on it.